When a narcissist loses you permanently, what they'll do next will shock you. Greetings to our esteemed viewers who have joined us on our channel dedicated to exploring the intricate world of narcissism, narcissistic relationships, and the recovery process. In this episode, a thought-provoking question is posed for the viewers to consider. What happens when one breaks free from the hold of a manipulative individual? The viewers are encouraged to share their hypotheses and opinions in the comments section below. It is a well-known fact that narcissists are primarily driven by power, control, and manipulation in their interpersonal relationships. Such individuals rely heavily on external validation to boost their self-esteem. Hence, it can be challenging for them to cope when their control over others is disrupted. This situation can rapidly escalate into a disruptive and chaotic affair, one that we are all too familiar with. Now, I'd like to present a compilation of startling examples that depict the potential aftermath when a narcissist loses their grip. These instances are meant to serve as a warning about the potential fallout of a failed narcissistic relationship. 1. One should brace oneself for a far from rosy reaction from one's narcissistic parent once one, as their grown-up child, finally cuts off the financial aid or packs up and leaves their abode. Their modus operandi rests on monetary control, and one's assertion of independence will incur their wrath. 2. Imagine being romantically involved with a narcissist while achieving a hard-earned promotion or scoring a higher-paying job. Congrats, right? Yet one should expect turbulence as the power dynamic shifts, fueling one's partner's narcissistic tendencies and transforming into a problematic situation. 3. Another scenario warranting equal caution is leaving behind a toxic, narcissistic boss who made one's life a nightmare and transitioning into a new job or entrepreneurial venture where they lack power over one. One should be prepared for an unfavorable reaction from said person. These examples are mere drops in the vast ocean of how narcissistic individuals react to losing control. Recognizing these established patterns and mechanisms is key to navigating complex relationships more effectively. The viewers are invited to share their own experiences and insights in the comments below. Their tales are eagerly awaited. Narcissistic persons can employ unpredictable responses when one sets boundaries with them. They may degrade one, sling insults, and impugn one's self-worth, trying to shatter one's confidence. One may hear statements such as, "One will fail, regardless," "One should not delude oneself," "One is doomed to fall," or "One's accomplishments are fleeting and will soon fade." Additionally, they may offer veiled threats suggesting one's goals are ill-advised and will lead to remorse. Alternatively, one may encounter their well-known scam of vulnerable victimhood. One should expect statements such as, "It is always one's way," "One has no use for them now," or "They cannot catch a break, but everything comes easy for one." They resort to portraying themselves as victims and pinning the blame on one. Narcissistic individuals may react in various ways when they notice their influence over you weakening. They may switch tactics, modify their behavior, change from aggressors to victims, and use threats of abandonment. It is a painful realization that this relationship was never going to support your growth, advancement, and goals. Perhaps you had a suspicion, but it is another thing when the evidence emerges. Individuals deeply involved in these relationships understand the implicit message that narcissists will leave upon the first sign of growth or rebellion. Thus, the usual response is to shrink oneself to nourish the relationship. They realize that breaking free from the narcissist's oppressive hold will attract criticism, rage, or even abandonment. Narcissistic relationships only function when the narcissist's reality is the only acceptable one. Once this dynamic is challenged, the arrangement becomes unviable. They will react with explosive rage or terminate the relationship entirely. Fear of either triggering the outburst or facing abandonment often prevents individuals in narcissistic relationships from realizing their full potential. Unintentionally, this fear may hold you back and you may not pursue your full potential. The dread of losing control and discomfort with taking charge are all too familiar, but asserting your independence is vital in narcissistic relationships. May you find the strength to overcome your fears and discover a more fulfilling life for yourself. You deserve to recognize your genuine capabilities and thrive in a relationship that supports both parties' growth and respect. Some narcissistic individuals may resort to abandonment tactics when they feel their control over one slipping away. They may give one the silent treatment, disregard one, or even menace to end the relationship, insinuating that one's professional pursuits will overwhelm one. Their conduct is unpredictable, with no boundaries to the lengths they will go to dominate one. Narcissists also go to great lengths to exact revenge, such as initiating a smear campaign against one, disseminating negative gossip about one's new undertakings. They might withhold vital information from one, hinder one's progress, or deliberately work against one. One should bear in mind that escaping from such toxic relationships entails leaving behind the place where one was silenced and had to diminish oneself to maintain the connection. Restoring one's voice, affirming independence, and cultivating individuality are part of the journey. However, one may be disturbed by the narcissist's response as one grows and becomes more independent, eliciting their fury, disappointment, or complete desertion, as they detest relinquishing control. One effectively becomes the target of their contempt, since one is no longer under their sway. Stopping to supply them, one becomes an obstacle. They labor incessantly to push one back to one's former position, rather than letting one advance and chase one's dreams and aspirations, just to satisfy their ego. Narcissistic individuals scorn relationships in which they have no authority and strive to secure leadership roles where they have power. Whether as a shift manager at a small restaurant or as a CEO in a huge multinational corporation, control is their main priority. This concludes today's video on how narcissistic individuals react to losing control. One hopes that this video has helped one recognize these established patterns and mechanisms and navigate complex relationships more effectively. One is invited to share one's own experiences and insights in the comments below. They are greatly appreciated. If one enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos on narcissism, narcissistic relationships, and the recovery process. Also, don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified whenever a new video is uploaded. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video.